Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information, from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the social norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back at again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, it's the social norm. We talk to you fellas, make you open your mind up so you can think a little different so y'all can be the best y'all can be. Now, today, we got another banger for y'all. We got through the week. The man was trying to hit us with the jab, the 1, 2, 3 punch, but guess what? We ducked and dodged him. Now, today's episode is called Why You Should Love When Women Flake You. Now, before we go ahead and get into the episode, I gotta give you a disclaimer. This is me and Bean's personal opinion. This is not factual. This is not the end all be all. This is not the who said and why. This is not your mama told you and I told her it was a lie. I'm just telling you, this is just how we see things. We got our opinion. You got yours. We're gonna respect them both. Now, the reason I wanted to come up with this episode was because recently,
Okay.
I got flaked on. Yep, your boy Canteen got flaked on, but it's okay. Because what I realized was before I used to get flaked, I used to get mad. I used to feel bad about myself. Used to feel like, oh, you know what? I'm not good enough. That's why I didn't get flaked. But I had to change my perspective. You guys got to understand, when a woman flakes you, that's the best thing you could ever have. Because what it's doing is it's giving you an opportunity to go meet new people. When you go out on a date, already have your plans. You're going to this place regardless if she shows up, if she doesn't show up, regardless if anybody shows up, because you're going there because you want to go there. And what ended up happening for me was I ended up meeting 2 women there. Because I was like, oh, she shows up, cool. She doesn't, that's cool. I meet 2 women and we had a great conversation. They were very lovely. And we had a little flirting, a little fun, just joking around. And I had a better time. And I know I had a better time because if this other girl would have showed up, I would have paid for her food and I wouldn't have met these other 2 lovely ladies.
Now,
Go ahead.
I asked you this earlier. I asked you, did she say why?
No,
She just
it doesn't.
She just did. You said it didn't. It doesn't
matter why.
But doesn't it? What if?
No.
Let's say she got in a car accident or she had some type of emergency happen. I know that's extreme.
And this
But-
is what I'm trying to explain to you. The universe, everything happens for a reason.
So no matter what,
My
my house is on
If-
fire. I had to.
That's a sign.
Okay.
You don't.
I'm
Let me ask you. You don't think if you're trying to meet a woman and bring into your life, if the universe burns her house down the day you're
Like
supposed
I said,
time frame you're supposed to meet her, and
that's
she can't show up, you don't think that's a sign?
This is the first time you try to meet her. This is the first time.
time.
You wouldn't try to do it again.
The first.
I can see if it happened again.
I don't have a problem with meeting her again. What I'm saying is, it's gonna be on my terms.
Okay,
meaning-
just don't let it stop you from going on.
Don't let it stop you
Okay,
from
yeah,
going out.
I can see.
Don't
that.
feel where it's bad on your part. So many of us sit back and be like, oh my God, she flaked on me. I'm not good enough. No, the universe is stop. She's not good enough for you. The universe is trying to stop her. Think about this, fellas. Why would you want a woman who's not uh not compassionate, but not obedient, not willing to go with what you're trying to do. She's not trying to be with the program. If you sit around and say, "Hey, let's meet up at 5," and she's like, "I can't meet at 5. Let's meet at 8." Okay, you meet at 8. Then she says, "Oh, I can't meet here. Let's meet here." There's too many. A woman who desires and wants you, she's not going to sit around and try to keep changing certain things. She's going to say, 5 o'clock's fine. This place is fine. Because think about this. Why is it not fine? What's the reason? What's stopping her that she can't come at 5?
I mean, if she gives you a reason,
Okay, let's say she gives you a reason. Then what's the reason she can't go to this place? Let's go here. The girl said, I picked a place to go. You know, she said, well, I'm a little further. Why don't we meet halfway? That lets you know, fellas, if she's saying let's meet halfway after you've already told her let's meet here, she does not desire you.
okay, okay.
You think
I think that's who she changed. She tried to change the time. She tried to plan to change the destination. She tried to change the date altogether.
Altogether, she's trying to
okay.
change so much. She's
Okay.
not really feeling you the way you need her to feel you. So you know what you do? You keep it moving. When she wants to see you, guess what? You come over here. If you don't want to come over here, then that means I'm not that important in your mind.
I'm about to say, okay, let's say you want to go out with her again, and then she tries it again. You're totally done with her. That's it.
This thing, if she does it again, it doesn't matter. Because what I'm going to tell her is I'm doing this anyway.
No, I'm just, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm saying, but are you going to stop? Like, okay, I'm going to stop inviting this woman out.
No, see, this is the thing. Inviting her out, yes. If I'm out already and she says, "Can I meet you?" Sure. I'm not going to keep inviting people to places that they're not going to show up. That doesn't make any sense and doesn't make to do that. You know what I mean? If I invited you somewhere and you kept saying, "Oh yeah," and then you don't show up, and I invite you again and you don't I'm not going to keep inviting you. I'm going to let you just be like, "Hey, what are you doing this week?" I'm going here.
It's crazy that you say that because I had a conversation with somebody about a year or two ago about that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody I used to date, my family would always invite her to functions.
Yeah.
Right. She always usually said no, I can't make it, or maybe, which always turned into no. So after a while, my family was just like, you know, if you show up, what it is. And she actually got mad, like, your family doesn't invite me anywhere anymore. I was like, because out of the dozens of events we've had, you've never shown up.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
You can't be mad if you've never shown up to anything. As I've shown up to a dozen of your family events, you never showed up to any of mine.
Exactly.
So they stop inviting you.
Doesn't mean you can't come.
Yeah,
it just means we're not gonna take the energy and the time to invite you because you clearly other things are more important in your mind than what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna keep trying to waste energy and time that I know is not gonna go nowhere.
You're always gonna say no.
Exactly.
If you said no 10 times out of 10, okay, that's it. Clearly, you don't want to go.
It would be in less of you to keep inviting a woman to places that she's not. She was interested. She would have said, "What are you doing this weekend?" "Oh, I'd like to see you. I'd like to do this." Cool. I'm going to do this. You can join me if you like.
If you want.
But so that's why I say I love when women flake me, because if they flake me, that gives me an opportunity to meet someone else. It gives me an opportunity to do something with someone who wants to do something with me.
Now, here goes the thing. I got to play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Okay, now you did tell me that you had the original time was one time. I think you told me 5 o'clock.
I told her, yes, I made a mistake and told her 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And I realized I couldn't do 5 o'clock because I do our show.
We're here now.
At 4:30. So I said, look, I texted her. I said, can't do 5 o'clock. Can you do 7 or 8 o'clock? Or we can do it before like 1, 2 o'clock.
And you gave her options.
She never responded. This is after she already said, can we meet somewhere in the middle? So I told her, and I texted her that. Then I said, hey, how about this restaurant? It was a Mexican restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Y'all can see it on my Facebook story. And we'll meet here. Never been there. I don't know if I ever been to that restaurant before, but if I did, it's been a long time. So it was a little halfway. Cool. I was trying to be accommodating. That was my first mistake. Trying to dictate, but I still picked the spot. So I said, meet me here at 1. Didn't get a response. Hey, I'm getting ready. Didn't get a response. Hey, I'm going out. Didn't get a response. She messaged me at, let's see what time she messaged me with that message. She texted me and okay, so she messaged me at 12:39 a.m. yesterday and said, maybe we can find a place more in between both of us. I was asleep, clearly, because I had to get up in the morning and go work out. 7:36 a.m. I messaged her, told her, instead of 5 p.m., let's meet earlier at 1 p.m. or later at 7 p.m. because I have something I have to do around 5 p.m. Okay. Which one works for you? Never got a response.
She hasn't responded since.
She has not responded. I text her, meet me here at 1. Does that time work for you? Never got a response. I am taking, and then I said, am I taking you out or are you taking me out? And the reason I asked that was because I started feeling like, for you to be saying we need to meet halfway or we need to do this, it made me be like, am I taking you out or are you taking me out?
Oh, because she is dictating.
She's trying to dictate stuff. Okay. First off, fellas, don't let women dictate how the date's going to go. That's not her position. Her position is to be feminine and follow your lead.
My thing is this. Now, you reading that, after you read that, are you sure she just flaked on you and something didn't happen? I would make sure something didn't happen.
No, stop. That's that nice guy shit
you're
doing.
Nice guy.
It is.
She just
understand something. Nothing that important unless she died.
That's what I'm saying. Something could happen.
Well, then she died. I can't do nothing for her anyway.
I'm not saying it make excuses for her. I'm not making an excuse for her.
Which it sounds like you making an excuse of her.
Obviously, she should have at least tried to respond by now. Okay? I don't disagree with you on that. All right? I don't
When will you understand that women are not the helpless damsel in distress that you think?
I'm not playing the I say, I'm playing devil's advocate. Right?
That's what you're doing. You are playing that. Well, maybe that's what nice guys do. Nice guys sit there and try to make a reason why she didn't do this, why she didn't love you enough, why she didn't come on time, why she couldn't. You're making excuses. Stop it. Nobody is that busy. I
ain't saying she busy. Okay.
So the fact that I said, does this time work for you? And she didn't respond, that lets you know it don't matter what it was. Unless somehow she lost her phone and it flew out the window and broke and crashed, and now she don't have, guess what? It still don't matter.
Listen, the only thing that matters is you went out anyway. You had a good time.
But you can't. That's what we do. Nice guys, we sit around and we give these women excuses of why they couldn't. Because what happens is this. We want to believe there's oh, well, you know what? She wanted to see me, but she couldn't.
I ain't saying all that.
So when she fucking texts me and says, hey, something came up. Sorry, I couldn't make it because my mother, you're going to want to fall right into that fucking lie. And that's why women look at us as we're dummies, because they sit there and play us because we want to be played. And the reality of it is the reason she couldn't is probably because she bouncing on somebody else right now. That's the real reason. But you don't want to sit there and accept that because that hurts your ego. See, I had no problem with admitting the truth. She had something better in her mind that was to do. Then go out with me.
I get that.
Cool.
I definitely get that.
I don't have, it don't matter to me because the reality is you're doing me a favor, not the other way around. Because you gotta know your self-worth. You gotta know you gotta love yourself to know that if somebody don't want to be around you, that's perfect. It's for a reason. It's helping me out. Now, I told you I went to the Mexican restaurant,
Yep.
and the lady. This is how I know I had a good ass time, because when I was leaving, I paid my bill. I said thank you. I paid them a little tip, whatever. I was leaving. She literally chased me down as I walking out the door. Oh, wait, come back, to give me these. Now these are candy. It is a Mexican candy, but it is, if you can see, let me just show y'all. If y'all can see it, zoom in. Come on, it's hot. It looks hot as hell, but it has a watermelon here, and it's called Tacos. I don't know, some ratchet shit. It's some Mexican.
Let me see.
I don't like hot, but Beans has volunteered himself.
I did not.
To take
but I
this
will eat
candy
I will eat
on
this.
live on the social norm
Tojitos
to show and tell us what it tastes like.
Yeah, they gave you watermelon too. It's kind of
And we have water on deck for
just
you.
in case.
Do you want to wet your beak real quick before you take this?
Straight no chaser. I'll be all right.
All right.
Let me get rid of this gum first.
We're gonna try this out. You're gonna tell me how it tastes.
Because you had me drink that nasty
what I think
drink.
it's gonna be is hot and sweet.
And let me tell you something. The last time I tried something like this, I lost my voice for an entire month. 30 days.
Good thing it's you and not me. All right, let's try this out.
Jalapeno jelly. Don't ever eat it.
Show it off a little
First
bit.
of all,
Show it to
it
the
looked like
camera.
it got like heroin on it. I don't know what this is.
I think that's the hotness.
What is it?
Yeah, y'all see this? All right.
Oh man, what the things I do for this
Now,
show.
when you take it, I want you to. What does this? What does it smell like?
Oh my god.
Woo! That's some dust. That's that liquid fire dust right there. All right. Okay. On 3. 1,
Fuck it, just do it.
2, 3. Put it. You gotta put it in your mouth.
That's
Pause.
gay as fuck.
Pause. All right. Now tell us what it is. How hot is it?
It's all right. I don't like the taste of it though. It tastes like
Is it sweet? Is it?
wow.
Keep trying it, because I think it's gonna turn sweet at some point.
I sure did this at the end. They give me like a mean case of like cotton mouth.
He gonna be now. You guys keep taking that pause. You gotta keep taking that for the rest of the show, and see how we're gonna see how it works for him.
All right. So if I can't talk and start choking, y'all call 911.
Yeah. So pretty much, this is what you guys gotta understand, fellas. Everything happens for a reason in the universe, and everything that you think might be a bad thing is always going to be good for you. Even in the long run, maybe in the immediate, you might think, "Oh my God, she didn't show up." Da, da, da. But guess what? Every girl that I've ever missed the opportunity on ended up being a goddamn cancer for other people, and I dodged that bullet. So just understand that. Don't get all depressed or whatever, because you're better than that. There's other things coming around the corner. Every time I've ever had a missed opportunity has become a better opportunity around the corner for me in anything I do in life.
It's like what's that saying? Turning lemons into lemonade.
That's it. So
I get that.
that's how I feel about it. I think, and too many of us are too worried about what women think of us instead of worrying about what do you think of yourself. All right. Now, Beans, I know you said you have some a little story time or a little tough love.
If I can talk.
Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
No, it tastes like if I don't know who made this, but
A Mexican factory.
it tastes like if they make vitamins and put it on a sucker. That's what it reminds me of.
Vitamins?
That's what it tastes like, vitamins.
So
it's not hot to me.
It's not hot. Okay. It smelled hot though.
Yeah, it did. That's what made me
see,
worry.
I feel like though it looks like the watermelon is starting to come in.
Yeah, y'all gotta remember too. I eat hot Cheetos and stuff like that all the time. So this ain't nothing.
Stop the lies. You just started learning about hot Cheetos.
And
now you addicted.
Now I eat them all the time.
Yeah. And I try to y'all put in the comment section. Do y'all know that hot Cheetos are the most addictive chips? They put MSG, hella MSG in the damn chips, and that's why you love them so much.
I didn't know that. I ate them once and that was it.
Yeah. And
okay,
now you're addicted.
So
go ahead.
Okay, where do I want to start with this? So I try to give marriage advice where I can, when I see, because I've made a lot of mistakes in my marriage, and when I see other people doing, especially my family members, my brothers, I try to give them like, look, man, you shouldn't do this. So me, I'm gonna change the story because this person don't want me to put them out there like that. I was with somebody, I was with a friend of mine, and he calls me. He goes, "Hey, I'm trying to get a job somewhere, and it requires, a physical part of it. And I see you working out all the time, so can you help me get back in shape?" I was like, "Yeah, actually, I'm going to the gym right now. You can come on with me." He goes, "Okay, cool. I'll get ready." I get ready. He calls me back about 5 minutes later, and he goes, "Well, I can't make it." I was like, "Why not?" He's, "Oh, because my wife, because they recently got married, because my wife don't want me to, she don't want me to go." And I was like, "Look, man, grab your stuff and get in that car right now."
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I said, this is how it starts. I made the same mistake. First, she's not gonna want you to go to the gym. Then she's gonna say you watch too much football, and then she's gonna say you play too many video games. She's gonna start
She's
cutting
gonna
you off.
mold you into the beta wimp she wants you to be.
I said, get in the car. Now, here goes the thing. I didn't know I was on speakerphone when I said that. He didn't tell me I was on speakerphone. So of course she chimes in. And I know his
move, man.
Yeah, I know his wife, and I still think we're friends. And she was like, "You're just projecting, you're projecting on our marriage because your marriage went a certain way and did this."
Think about this. How does that even make sense?
That's what I was like, "No, I'm just,
how am I projecting something that I lived through?"
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, the same mistake I made. This is the result.
You're making it right now.
Yes.
And I asked her, I said, I asked him, I was like, "Look, when you met him, we've gone out and worked out together dozens of times before. We just haven't done it in a while." I said, "When you met him, it was okay. But now that you're married, it's not okay anymore." It's like, what changed?
Yeah.
What happened? She couldn't really answer that. I was looking like, so I turned around, I was like, "Look, trust me, you will thank me for this later. Get in the car and let's go." And he ended up coming and he was like, he's like, "Yeah, man, you were right. You know what I'm saying? You were right that, she's already trying to make me stop going certain places and doing certain things." And I say, if is what you're doing, is making yourself better.
How is it affecting her?
How is it affecting her?
Or making her mad?
Yeah. And I was like, nothing we're doing is taking away from your marriage or your husbandly duties.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Women, there are some women who literally want to try to make you so weak that they control you, that where you don't appeal to other women. That's the reality of it. And the fact is because if you get better, she's got to get better. She's got to step her game up. She can't stay the same floppy titty, gut hanging person. Don't want to, because this thing. Then you start getting better. Let's say you start getting them 6-pack abs. Let's say you start educating yourself and learning about finances, and you start getting yourself traveling. She's gonna want to get attached, but then you're gonna start realizing, like, wait a minute, I'm getting women who are beautiful come at me, and I'm with you, and you're not even, you're not elevating yourself. I'm going to the gym, I'm doing this, I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm getting more spiritual with God and all that, and you're not doing any of those things. You're not cooking for me. You're not cleaning. You're not doing anything that's bringing joy to my life. Why would I want to stay in that?
Yeah.
That's what they're scared of.
And
that they actually had to put in some work.
And I had to actually give him a reality check, because he's given up jobs that he was guaranteed to have because she didn't want to relocate.
Who wants to be in a relationship where the person is holding you back?
Well, and I said that's another mistake I've made in the past, where it's just you just so in love, and so you just don't see
But it's so,
the red flags.
That's rare. I've never seen a woman want to stop a man from getting a better job. Most of the time, it's the woman trying to force him to get a better job, and he's like, "I'm comfortable with this."
The thing with that is this, and once again, I've done this too. Is they want you to get a better job, but they want you to get a better job on their terms.
No, it don't work that way.
Like when I started corrections, my wife was like, "I don't want you to work in a jail with women." I said, "That's impossible."
Yeah,
because women are in women jails and women are in men jails.
Well, first off, you don't want me to work. That's how dumb. Think of how dumb that actually sounds. You don't want me to work where women work. Women work everywhere.
Yeah, and I told her, I say,
"What are you talking about?"
It's like me saying, "I don't want you to work with men." Name one job where there's no men at all.
You couldn't work at the casino. You couldn't work at McDonald's. You couldn't work at the gas. You can't work anywhere that aren't other men or women.
Yeah.
So the fact that was the dumbest thing. I was like, "Shut up, shut up."
And the problem is when that came about is because
now I smell the watermelon.
Yeah, now I do. Now it's starting to come through.
Now is it tasting better?
It's starting to taste better. That first layer was trash.
Okay, I think that's that Mexican layer that we ain't used to.
It's like who eats this?
Mexican people,
apparently
people in Mexico.
So, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, the reason why she brought that up was because, in our line of work, unfortunately, divorce is high because people don't know when we first start the job. You don't start at home. You don't start close to home. They send you out. And I was 3 hours away. And apparently my wife's friend her friend was out in my area too. We didn't work at the same prison, but we worked near each other. And she told her friend that, a lot of these dudes out here with girlfriends and all this other stuff. So of course, when I get home, I met with that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like,
that's her insecurities of not trusting. Her insecurities feeling that she's not good enough, that you would trust, that she could trust you to where you wouldn't act on other women.
Yeah. I was like, what the? I said, so I went to her friend. I'm like, look, you tell whoever told you this, mind your business. I said, you mind your business because you're bringing hell into my home on things I'm not even doing.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. You shouldn't even acknowledge that. I'd just looked at her like, tell your friend to shut up. And I just kept it moving. I don't care what she's saying. So many times we engage, fellas. We engage with women's stupidity. Meaning they're complaining, but they're complaining about nothing. Just their feelings. I get their feelings are valid, but they're not real in the sense of how, if it actually makes sense. She can feel a certain way, but that's because of her insecurities. It has nothing to do with reality. So why even engage in it? Because all you're gonna do is start an argument.
Yeah.
Just be like, look, I don't do those things.
Mm-hmm.
But you could. It's over. I ain't gonna bring it. I'm not even gonna entertain this.
But getting back to my friend.
Yeah.
Right. And so he comes, works out, and it all works out. I said, she gonna be mad. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but I said, you gotta watch out for these things. I was like, first she's telling you not to go. And I said, then she's gonna try to like either make up like something you need to do. She's gonna make up some chore or some type of, we gotta go here just to keep you from coming out. And I was like, and I said, she's gonna wait. She's not gonna say anything.
Yeah. She gonna wait last minute. Oh, I forgot to do that. And it's gonna be something you need.
Yeah, until it's time for you to go out the door. And I'm telling you, no matter what she says,
we'll do it later.
Do it. Let's say I'll do it when I come back. Go out the door anyway. So my advice to him was, do not lose yourself in your marriage. If you were this guy when she met you, and she was that guy when she dated you, and you were that guy after she married you, stay that guy.
Yeah.
Don't deviate. If you want to stop doing something, stop it because You want to stop doing it.
Yeah, do not stop because she says this will make our relationship better.
Yeah,
she doesn't know what you're gonna make. Think about this. How can she tell you this will make our relationship better? I got you. Don't get it twisted. It's not the other way around. You didn't come get me. I got you. So you can't tell me how our relationship could get better.
And I never understood, well, I understand it now, but in the beginning, I didn't understand. I was like, why are you trying to stop us
from
being
great?
Being who we are? Like, I was like, you're trying to get a better job. And
it's her. This is why, because it's her way of testing. Are you the man she needs to follow? If she can bend your will to do what she feels she wants you to do, which she knows is probably not the best thing, what makes you be the man? It starts with that, but then slowly trickles on to other things. Then you're like, and you wonder why she starts talking to you disrespectfully. I'm telling you this because I did this. I had this happen to me.
I did it too.
Where I literally was like, okay, dear, we can, yes, man. Oh, yeah, okay, we trying to I don't want to get into arguments. You got to argue with them. And I mean this in a sense, don't argue with them like, oh, back and forth. Just don't agree with what they're telling you. If you don't agree with it, don't agree with it. Who cares if she... The thing is, you got to stop making it feel like, oh, I don't want her to be mad at me. Who cares if she's mad at you? Yeah. What does that mean? Does that mean you don't get what you're supposed to get from her because she's mad at you? Is you going to stop? Because all in all, the reason we bend to our will is because we still want the pussy. And the reality is, if you know, guess what? I'm going to do what I want and you're still going to give me the pussy, or I'm going to go get some.
And the crazy thing is, when I was talking to him, I was like, man, it's like I was talking to myself because he said some of the same things I said. I was like,
well, what about this?
And he was like, well, it's my wife. I was like, God, he say that crap.
Think about it. Like, hold on. Then that sound like an excuse?
Yeah.
Trying to give these women an excuse for why you should not do something?
I was like, okay, I hear you, man. I hear you.
This is what I mean when I said earlier. You talking about, well, maybe she did. Stop giving them excuses. You're giving them outs that don't exist.
Look, okay, I hear you, man. I hear you.
All right.
And he was like, okay. He's like, it's my wife. I was like, look, man, is she gonna be your wife when you get home? He was like, yeah. Okay, then what's the problem? She's not gonna leave you because you go to the gym. She's gonna look stupid if she do.
And not for nothing. If you think your wife is gonna be happy every single day, you're highly mistaken.
That's not.
There's no woman in this world that's happy every single day. They're insecure, scared little girls. All right. You have to stay steady kill. You have to be the man that she needs to lean on. So when she's all distraught for a reason why her tire popped and her windshield wipers fall off, you can say, look, calm down. It's not that serious. We can fix this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she needs you to do. And what she also needs to do is you to stop letting her fucking with no Vaseline and tell you what to do.
I can't do it. So we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go again this Sunday. And I can hear. I talked to him the other day. He's like, "Yeah, she was mad." I was like, "Yeah, but
it's only gonna get bigger. She's gonna try pout and moan and try to stop him from giving him pussy. She's gonna do everything just like a little bratty kid that's crying in the corner."
And he was like, "Well, maybe she can come with us." I was like, "No,
this is a man.
This
thing.
is men time. This is
she ain't coming with
us.
So
you spend all your time with her at home. It is what it is. I said we need a space for ourselves."
And you know what's so funny? This is why women are so emotional and you can't trust what they're saying, because think about the times, fellas, where you've had a relationship where the girl wanted to spend every waking hour with you. Why can't we hang out all the time? I miss you. I want to be been gone an hour. Oh, we need to hang out. And then the same girl will be like, oh, I'm going out with my friends. I'm doing this. I because you've given her exactly what she's asked for, which is not what she needs. Stop giving. It's like this. If I was go to the doctor and the doctor tells me, "Oh, well, you need this shot," and I say, "No, I need a double cheeseburger with fries and a chocolate milkshake." Okay, what kind of doctor would he be? It ain't about what I need. It's not about what I want. It's about what I need. And these women need structure. They need a man to say, "Look, I'm not doing that. We're not going that way. We're doing this." And that gives her a little tingle inside to know she's with the man she's supposed to be with. But every time we sit back and say, "Okay, dear, okay, we'll freaking where do you want to go to eat?"
You know, it reminds me of a joke. Some older man told me this joke years ago, and he was like, "A man usually has the last word in the argument, and that word is usually yes, dear." And I looked at this man and thought, "Man, you're a punk."
But how true is it though?
Yeah.
In most marriages,
Yeah.
most men will say, "Okay, dear," and they'll
Yeah.
do what she
And-
says
and-
because they don't want to have to keep arguing with her.
And that insult to injury, that's exactly what I did. I did that because I got sick of arguing. I
And
didn't
look at
wanna
where
do
we're
that.
at in the world. Majority of divorces, 70% of divorces are made by women. Almost 55 to 60% of marriages end in divorce. It's because men are letting women lead. Stop it. You are the leader on this earth. You are the man. You are the one who constructed all these things. And I go back to what I said in almost every other episode. Tell me one thing a woman is the best at in the world that men and women can both do. You can't. Name me one. Put it in the comment section. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me somewhere and tell me one thing one woman in the world is the best at that no other man is the best at. And I'm talking about that they both can do. Don't go and hit the comments talking about, "Oh, well, women can have kids or women have." No. You know what they're going to say? They're going to say it's going to be something stupid like the world record of a woman, she can bust her watermelons with her titties. Shit like that have no factor in the world. That's why I'm telling y'all, we are better. We are better by just the universe and God, how he made us. So understand that and don't let them manipulate you to where you let them be on an equal playing field or above you.
That's true.
And this is going to sound harsh. It's not going to be easy to swallow because the fact of the matter is medicine is never easy to swallow, but it's needed.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll show up.
Hopefully he keeps fighting.
Hopefully he'll. Yeah. I was like, look, it's
The
gonna
day
be-
he doesn't show up is the day his balls get put in a vice and she closes them up and smiles because she knows. But the funny thing about it is that day she's gonna be happy because she's finally taking control. But in the future, she's gonna be hating that this happened because it's never gonna end up well with her. She's never gonna respect him, and she's not going to be happy.
Mhm.
Women need somebody to look up to be
like,
happy.
I was like, look, she gonna give you hell. It's just that's just what it is. But you really need to stick your guns on this. I was like, trust me, I'm not steering you wrong on this. I'm not here to cause any damage. And so I can't tell you what to do, but I can advise you.
Yeah,
that's all I can do. It's up to you to do whatever it is.
And the fact that you are telling him, and I never thought of it like this because I used to always be like, oh, who the hell is gonna listen to Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey been through 3 marriages. But the reality of the fact is, and people don't want to accept this, somebody who's been through a failed marriage has more insight on what not to do than what to do.
When I got married, my wife's uncle told me exactly that. We're at our wedding, and he was like, Uncle Jeff is his name. He was like, look, man, I know I've been divorced, and he basically said exactly what you just said. He said, I can't tell you what to do,
I can tell you what not
but
to
I
do.
can tell you what not to do. Now, well,
Dang.
okay. I was like, okay, I get you on that.
Did you listen?
No.
No. And now you're Uncle Jeff. If you hear us,
I'm Uncle Jeff telling people, listen,
thank you, man.
Don't do this.
I'm telling you, listen to, if you ain't gonna listen to Uncle Jeff, listen to Beans. He's gonna tell you this route is not
Trust
the
me.
way to go.
I've made so many mistakes, and it's good and it's bad, because when I look back, I was like, man, I was such an idiot doing this and doing that.
But when you're in it, you don't think you're doing the right things.
You do,
or you're trying to navigate.
Yeah, and I told my friend this. I was like, look, I know you're trying to be the best husband you can be, and I totally understand, because that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get you never been married before. It's your first marriage. You're trying to figure out what your role is, what you're trying to,
your role is always the leader.
The leader.
That's your role.
That's always the constant. But how you handle things,
provide, protect, lead. That's it. Everything else, the nurturing, you want to uplift your woman because she has a lot of insecurities, but her job is to uplift and make you have an ego, make you feel like you the motherfucking man, you the motherfucking king. But how does she do that? By you presenting yourself as the motherfucking king. I'm better than you. Remember that.
We will see. Hopefully
she don't break him down, but I don't know, man. He's already showing weakness a little bit.
Yeah, he's like,
like women, this is how they are. They're like sharks. When they smell blood in the water, they feast.
And that's why I pulled him out of the water. Like, come on now.
No, but see, that's the thing. A fisherman only gonna be there so many times to pull him out of the water.
That's true.
Because when he's on his own and she tells him, well, I don't think and no one's there to give him that clarity, he's gonna say, okay, I guess I'll go listen to you because I want to be happy. No, that's not leading.
That's true.
Do what you want to do and stop worrying about how she reacts.
Because you end up putting your own things on the back burner.
Happiness.
Yeah, and then you end up
self-respect.
You end up doing everything that she wants.
And then you lose yourself.
And you lose yourself.
Like, who the fuck am I? This ain't even me anymore.
And you end up doing things and going places.
I'm gonna tell you what you end up doing. You end up being on aisle 6 at Lowe's or Bed Bath and Beyond, and you're sitting there holding the cart, pushing it, and dude walks by with his little girlfriend. He just looks at you, and you just say, "Don't worry, you'll be here soon."
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what young men are looking forward to where a man has been demasculated, and the woman said, "Let's go down aisle 7." For the 15th time.
And the thing is, it's like, as single man, I've done this. I'm like, I could never be that guy. and as a married man, I was that guy. so
the whole day is chores for what she wants to do.
Yes, and then my stuff ain't. I'm like, I got things I need to get done too. Like,
look, this is why I say it's better to do. If you know she's never going to be completely happy, it's better to do what you want to do and deal with the nonsense, because you're going to deal with nonsense whether you give her what she wants or doesn't give her what she wants, because that's her. That's how they're made. They're going to give you nonsense because they have to. This is how they cope with things. Their insecurities. They're always thinking, is he the right man for me? Could I have had better? And you have to reassure her, no, you couldn't have. I'm the best you could ever get.
I'm top tier.
And matter of fact, I lowered my standards to get with you.
And it's crazy because I think about all the married men I've met over the years. And it's one of these dudes is one of my mentors. And I know he was married. And I always used, but every time we were out somewhere, I never seen him out with his wife. Like, he was always alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I always was like, man, if he's married, why is he? I used to think, why he leaving his wife at home? And we were out at a party. I forgot where I was. I forgot what party we were at. And somebody asked me, why don't you never bring your wife? And I was like, let me be real with you. I said, if I want to have fun like I want to have fun, I gotta leave.
So you became that man.
I became that man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
You know
that was
why?
a running joke. We used to always be like, well, we're gonna see McQuarrie, but we ain't gonna see his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just how it was. And you know why? Because I became those men because I got advice from those men. And I listened to them. So they sowed their seed in me.
And you let it grow.
And I let it grow. And I became them.
Yeah. You know, I just, the one thing I can say, I've been more clarity about like my father. I've had issues with my father and me getting along with him and things like that. But one thing I could say is my father is a arrogant motherfucker. He says and does what he wants, and he gets what he wants. And I used to always you cringe at it, and I don't like it. But the reality is that cringiness, that me not liking it, is that me being a nice guy. And my father is not. He's a nice guy, but he's not a nice guy. He's gonna get what he wants out of life. And one thing I can say is I might not like the approach, but I can't deny the outcome. Yeah. And the results.
We talk about the ends justifying the means.
Yes. So I had to learn how to be more like my father.
And I can testify to this because we were at an event. We went to a wrestling event, and we're standing at the back of the line.
And I'm long. I mean, this is a long line, like 50, 75 people.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, ain't that your dad? Like they opened the doors. They started. I was like, yo, ain't that
what
your
did my
dad?
father do?
He walked straight to the front of the line.
Skipped everybody.
And walked right.
And said, because it was cold or raining.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, I refuse to stand in the cold in the rain because I'm better than you. That's how my father moves.
And he walked past everybody.
And
nobody said anything. I was like,
because you know what I learned? This is what I learned. When you do it in the way you know, like there's no hesitation. Because you know in your heart that you believe it. My father believes he's better than everybody.
And that was a crazy thing because I would have bet money. Somebody would be like, hey, yo, the line is back here. You didn't nobody say.
And what did I do?
He just
shook my head because I know that I don't like that, but I also understand it gets the job done.
I had to respect. I said, my man went straight to the front of.
And when we got up there, all freezing, he was sitting there smiling like, "Hey, what up? Come on in."
Took y'all long enough. What's going on? Y'all stood in line. I was like this dude.
My dad does not wait for lines.
I was like, yo, this dude is a G. All right. Okay. I'll give you that.
Because he doesn't fit in the box. He doesn't let himself stay in the box like everybody else. We all see a line. What do? We fall right in line with everybody else. He's like, I don't respect lines. I'm better than these people. I'm going to go ahead of them.
I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this is.
And some people might have but one thing I can tell you is a man who literally, move, get out the way. If you act like you're supposed to be there, guess what? You're supposed to be there. And that's what it is, fellas. When you act like you're better than her and you act like you know you're better than her, guess what? You're better than her.
I mean, I've done that on jobs. I'm not supposed to show up at one time. I showed up. I showed up when I wanted to.
When you wanted to. And you didn't act like you were like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do it. You just said like nothing wrong. Think about it. How many times people said with me, how do you just do this? How do you just get away with these things? Because I do it like I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't care what other people think. So
yeah, that much I have learned. So
that's something my father has definitely taught me.
Yeah, that I would think back on that day and it always makes me laugh. Like this.
That's just one time. I imagine I see this all the time. My father skips. I mean, he skips everything. He just does what he wants to do.
I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, "Did you really?"
And he'll say, "Come on." I'll stay in line. He'll be like, "Come here, come on," and we'll go up to the front.
Y'all been to Disney World together?
Yep.
And he skipped line at Disney World.
What do you think?
Yeah. Listen, I've been to Disney World.
My father,
those are some like
he will say, "Excuse me," and he'll walk right past.
Not gonna lie to you, I have done that at Disney World. It was at what ride was that? I forget which ride it was, but I was like, "Yo, I'm just gonna walk to the front."
Cause you don't care about what other people.
Yeah.
I got other things to do important.
Yeah, they were like,
I'm more important to you.
You got a fast pass? I didn't know what that was. I was like, yeah, and I just kept going.
Yeah, excuse me. Because everybody who has fast pass can just walk by.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
But if you just act like you have one, what are they gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, let me see your fast pass.
She got it.
She got it. Keep it moving. Who got it? The lady is back there, 3 rows back. But so that's just something I had to realize. So what did we talk about today? We talked about understanding that when a woman flakes you, it just gives you opportunities, a chance to go meet other people, to go experience things. So that means do what you want to do and invite the woman to do it with you. If she doesn't show up, that's a blessing, not a curse. We also talked about your friend and the fact that he has to understand that what made you attract her and got her is the same thing you need to keep doing to keep her.
Be yourself. Stay yourself. Stay consistent.
Yes.
That's the thing he needs to know.
And the last thing, understand you're better. You're better than them. And you need to carry yourself as you're better than them. Because once you think it, believe it, and show it, it becomes real. It becomes true. And whether it's good or bad, if you don't believe you're better than somebody and you believe they're better than you, then they are better than you. It's just as simple as that, guys. All right. Well, we got through the week. I want y'all to go out through the weekend, man. Do something for yourself. Only for yourself. Stop worrying about doing things that are going to please the women. Because if you do things you like to do, they'll be pleased regardless. And if they ain't, who gives a damn? All right? Because, Monday coming right back around the corner and the man going to be right there hitting you with the 1, 2, 3 punch. All right? Anything else you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
These suckers ain't, once you get past that outer layer, these suckers ain't half bad.
Thank you, Mexican people, for making some good candy. I got one more left, but I was gonna wait for you. I actually waited to see if it was gonna be good or shitty before I tried it. I'm
not a good what's the word?
Judge.
I'm not a good litmus test because I eat spicy food all the time.
Yeah.
So what's hot to me probably won't. It'll be.
Well, you'll know if I'm in the hospital. Don't forget, man. Hey, if we appreciate everybody who rocks with us, man. Go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit the notification bell right now so you don't miss no more episodes of The Social Norm and see Mean Beans. And also, if you want to hit that donation, go ahead and hit the donation, man. Go to the Cash App. Send that one time with the one time. My man, he loved the Lunchables. We got to keep feeding him. He looked like an Ethiopian child that's on, And I just want to say, before we get up out of here, I've been working out. My man been working out, and I just had to adjust my belt and put another hole in it.
Okay.
So it could tighten up because my pants was falling down at work. People have been saying, dang, Canteen, you know what? You look like you're losing some weight. I'm telling y'all, it's a brand new year, 2022, and me and Beans is on a path of destruction. We are going to destroy the world.
We're to conquer it.
We're conquering everything. Anybody get in our path, you better be ready, man. So it feels good to try to go ahead and be better. Yes. Every day, get up, because you got to understand something. Either you're getting better or you're getting worse. Remember that. All right. Hey, man, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
You guys have a good weekend.
Hey, it's The Social Norm, and we out this bit.
On, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, I gotta have it. The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys established a gamut of information from relations to